Yo, people, what's going on? It's Eagle Talks Football. We're back again with another video. We're going to be talking about Liverpool versus Manchester City. Can Liverpool put a nail in Man City's coffin this week? If they beat Man City, could they possibly put a big blow in Man City's title hopes this weekend and help Arsenal boost themselves to get their first league title in, 22 years? 21 years? What is it again? I forget exactly which one it is, 21 or 22. I need to remember. I'll do the math later. But forget about that. Let's get to the next thing. Man United versus Spurs. Interesting. Can Man United finally win 4 games in a row and get one step closer to getting 5 wins in a row? Also, Marc Guehi won't be playing in the Carabao Cup final. Man City have been announced as one of the finalists. Of course, Arsenal beat Chelsea, and we're going to talk a little bit about that game also. But the Carabao Cup final has been set, and guess what? You have a certain club that is not allowed to play one of their new signings because he did not get added to the team in time to qualify to play in the final or the semifinal. You had to be registered before the final, so before the semifinal, meaning Marc Guehi just didn't make the cut. So that's why Semenyo could play. They changed the rules around cup ties, but he was allowed to play. We got a lot to talk about before we go any further. Let me know what you think about these topics. And of course, check out today's title sponsor, OK Jersey. The link is in the description. And I just want to say RIP to Kevin Campbell. It would have been his birthday yesterday. And I just want to say, a friend of the show, of course, been on the show many times. And honestly, one of the first people who actually took me under his wing and just was like showing me some of the old school moments around Arsenal. He taught me a lot about Arsenal, and I really do appreciate everything that he ever showed me. So big up Kevin Campbell, man. But yeah, let's get the show started, guys. And you guys already know what it is. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. We got Fatur in the building representing Chelsea. We got Vader in the house representing Manchester City. And of course, we got Rack in the building representing Liverpool. We got Ahmed in the house representing Manchester United. And Jay will be joining us soon. But before we go any further, guys, Fatur, what do you think about Arsenal Chelsea, man?
I'm not surprised, really. Congratulations, first and foremost, you've gone through. I'll be honest with you. The fight for me is just that it's been annoying since the last few days, but I've calmed myself down a bit. There's a lot of things that I want to get off my chest, but yeah, man, it's been hard, isn't it? It's been hard.
What was hard about it? The fact that Kai Havertz scored, the fact that you guys really didn't come to attack. What part?
I'll be honest with you. I think the setup was wrong from the beginning. I think we were supposed to go full on attack because we do need a goal, and the fact that you just let Arsenal sit back and wait until the 96th minute, and this just goes to show you that you guys got tactically got spot on, and with all due respect, that you've got some players that was supposed to be coming onto the pitch a lot more earlier, and we just had to wait until 1 hour to basically not to concede a goal. It's just that, again, the approach is, I wasn't very fan of it, but all the things that came out yesterday, all the things that came out since the start of January, I'm not that surprised that these owners that doesn't really prioritize Carabao Cup though. So we're out, and then let's just concentrate on what lies ahead, really. But
it shows that they're really focused on the Premier League because they rested Reece James and Neto for the Premier League game, and they didn't play them in the crucial game against Arsenal. Also, if I'm not mistaken, Cole Palmer and Esteval, it was the tactical decision that they didn't start the game. And to be honest, after watching Vader's game versus Man City Newcastle, you guys ended that game in 30 minutes. In my opinion, Chelsea keeping it competitive until the 97th minute. Respect to you guys. Why are you laughing?
Bro, he's trying to little bro you, man. This is Chelsea we're talking about. This is Chelsea you're talking about.
But you guys don't realize.
It's ridiculous.
You guys don't realize. They literally.
Oh, we don't realize.
They had no attacking options.
The problem is us. The problem is us. That's what it is. Yeah. We don't realize.
I'm not surprised.
No. I'm not even bantering. I'm being dead serious. Liam Rosenior said he was limited in attacking options. He played with a front two because of that, and they didn't have. They threw on the players late in the game. Their plan didn't work. It didn't work. It wasn't effective. But at the end of the day, they were still competitive until the end, where Newcastle came, tried to score goals, and in 30 minutes they were finished.
I'll be honest with you, it's two different separate cases, really. I think Newcastle did really go for it, but for our case, it's just that our hands were tight. And the fact that you rested your club captain in the semi-final, that's just telling, really, that you're not really taking this very seriously. Like, which kind of team that really rested club captain in a semi-final like this against your rival as well? That it's annoying, really. But everything that came out from the start of January, you know what? I'm not really that surprised anymore. No.
Vader, what do you think? The contrast between the two games. You guys kind of dead and buried Newcastle. What was the final aggregate scoreline? 5-1?
Yeah, I mean, it was 5-1, but we went into the second leg obviously being two goals up. A complete contrast of styles, right? Like, despite being up 2 goals, you saw, and Miguel, I don't know if you watched the City game. Obviously, you watched your own game, but you could tell that your manager set you guys up to let's see Chelsea try and break down Arsenal, right? It was like, let's see what you can do to try and break us down. City didn't set up to be like, okay, Newcastle, let's see you try and break us down. That's not the approach that we took. You mentioning that, we scored early and by 30 minutes, it's because of the approach that we took, not necessarily how Newcastle looked to set up, because Newcastle were always going to try and score and go after the game. Them, quote unquote, opening up or whatever was always going to be the case. Chelsea were always going to try and get a goal versus you guys as well. But it's how you guys chose to set up and how we chose to set up. We chose to also attack and not be defensive first. And it was great. It was a great performance, especially because Newcastle has caused problems for us in the league primarily. And we had to play that game, and the Pep being the manager that he is, showed rotation within this game. I don't know if it was that keeping an eye on the game that we're going to have to play versus Liverpool, but he didn't have that game start with Haaland on the pitch. So we've got options. I was really happy with how we performed. More importantly, how I watch every game right now, I'm watching games for players not to get injured. I'm in this mess right now because of injuries. And it's not for anyone you don't need to cry. You don't need to do the whole sob story. I'm in this mess right now, 6 points off Arsenal, primarily because my squad did not match the depth that Arsenal have, and that's why I'm in this mess. And I'm glad I came out of that game. I'm glad I came out of that game without another player suffering an injury. So we go on.
But Vader, your squad is not as good as Arsenal, not just because of injuries. It's also because Arsenal have been better this season.
Yeah, he's not as good. Yeah.
What?
They're not.
You heard me.
No, I didn't.
He said it in a different way. He's blaming injuries, but at the same time,
guys, we're not doing that. We are not doing that.
But at the same time, giving Arsenal credit for having a good preparation.
Who's blaming injuries?
You.
I'm not blaming injuries.
So what are you doing then?
But what I was saying is that overall Arsenal, aside from that, oh my God! Listen, of all people, you're the person who can't say why I bring it up
today. You can tell, innit? You can tell that he's been he doesn't wind up merchant mode.
Why bring it up?
It's okay. I
remember that, guys. Why bring it up? We have to use that line.
I've been there. I understand the City fans. Like, I've seen an all-time low from some City fans lately. I don't know if you've seen what Ryan's been posting on Twitter, Vader. But you're a big you're a follower of Ryan's, right?
Ryan,
the City fan.
We are Man City. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah. He's out here. This is a new low for City fans. I've never seen this before. They're calling corruption.
Oh, this is nonsense.
We have a strategic plan at the Premier League, and the strategic plan says put a new name on the trophy in every 6-year period. And that is nothing, that doesn't mean to say we don't want any team to win it. It just means we would rather see some...
Whoa. So this is the CEO of the Premier League openly admitting they don't want the same club winning the Premier League year in, year out. How would they influence that? How could they control the best team not winning the league? Referees. Like fouls being committed and goals being allowed when it's a blatant foul, or maybe red cards, maybe like when someone stamps on someone's leg with a stud showing, is a blatant red card. Maybe not to give that red card because they don't want the chasing team to be able to win the Premier League. That's the only way their plan, their strategic plan, can work is fire referees. Absolute joke, absolute corruption.
What did he say that's a low?
This is a new law for Man City fans. A fan base.
I read it. That's horseshit, right?
A fan base who've won league titles.
That's completely ridiculous.
Year after year, now saying the Premier League wants to see a new winner. Hence, they're trying to stop.
Wait. Hold on. First of all, are the comments that were said from the CEO? Are we ignoring those? What are we doing with those?
He has no control over it.
No. But listen to the point that he makes. Are we ignoring that?
Right, but Vader,
Rax, before we do the but, are we ignoring what was said with regards to what they would want the club to be? Are we ignoring that?
No, what did he say? He said they have a plan that they want more teams to. Essentially, they want more teams to win the league, right?
That's what they want. Yes.
But the problem is, then this other guy, I don't know who he is. He makes a logical jump or illogical jump and starts bringing in referees. He hasn't said anything about it. He just put 2 and 2 together and made 7.
No, so he's asking the question
he's actually not. He's not. He's saying
he is. That's exactly what he said. What do you do when you Rax? Stop. Hold on. No. Listen, City fans, we stick together. I'm not going to let you do this.
This is where the video originally came from. It came from a Manchester City Reddit account.
And he cuts it short. As well.
He cuts it short to 14 seconds, and he says, "I'm not whining about bad refereeing anymore." The Premier League CEO talks like this, saying that he wants to see a new winner every 6 years.
Yes. Okay. So this is what I'm not going to have happen on this show right now. All right. Actually, well, you can have it happen on this show without me, but not while I'm on here. You like to take snippets of what's said by managers in press conferences all the time. You're not going to point out that, only 14 seconds were taken from this and we should not validate it. My point is, if you're talking about a strategy, if you're talking about a hope, if you're talking about an objective where you want a different winner every 6 years, you're going to be designing what you want for that outcome. It's simple. If you want more revenue at your company, you're going to be setting things up to achieve that. Now, I'm not going so far to say that he's now telling referees and all that kind of stuff, but you got to think, what do they put in place?
This guy did. The problem is that this guy did. He went as far.
He went so far as, what would you do? Would you influence the refs? He asked the question.
He called it utterly disgraceful. If you ask me a question, you don't call it
disgraceful to have that point.
You've drawn a conclusion.
Can I point out something? The team that has won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What are we doing here, bro?
No, but that is forget about that. Forget about it. Let's just take the argument.
No, won 6 titles in 8 years.
That's irrelevant too. We have to take the argument on its merits. We have to take the argument on its merits.
My point is, I don't think they would be saying these things if their team was top right now. They're simply
they would still be saying it. They would still
be saying this. This can't come out. The CEO can't come out saying that.
Yeah.
My point is, you can think it, you don't say it. This is an example, and you're not going to point out the fact that we won despite that. That's the point that we're making here.
6 league titles.
Despite that. Rax. You can't have it both ways, Rax. You can't have it both ways. We won despite that being the objective of the Prem.
All right. So the Premier League is against Man City now. That's why you're going to lose the league.
The Premier League is against any club right now that's dominating. That's the point. And it happens to be us. So it is against Manchester City right now.
Were they against Man United dominating?
No, it wasn't.
No, he wasn't around then.
Look. I just want to have my say in it, yeah.
Yeah, speak on it, Ahmed, because you know winning. Us in Manchester, we know sustained numerous years of winning. Speak on this.
Listen, yeah. Obviously, you know me, Victor, and I obviously can't stand your club in it, yeah. I can't stand it. It's rival, in it. I live in Manchester. You would understand that, right? But let's not act like the refs in England aren't crooks in general. In general, innit? Yeah, they're crooks. They are crooks, and crazy decisions are always gonna happen, right? But with Man City, I think the reason why they're mentioning about the refs.
What is this?
Huh? What's this?
Is this a new low?
No, but hold on.
Oh my God, he's gone down.
Now listen, Veta.
Yeah.
We can also mention, like the Doku on McAllister, the Rodri handball. So you can make a case, right, for refereeing decisions that went for you and against you, and you can say that for the majority of the teams, essentially, right? Liverpool got away with a few. I'm seeing Van Dijk elbowing Richarlison in the face, and nothing gets given. I'm seeing, certain decisions go, and I'm like, how is that a foul? How is this even being counted as a goal? So on and so forth. But if you look at the course of the season from Man City and you just purely judge it, because I watched your Wolves game, and that should have been a penalty when Marmoush, he kicked the ball and it hit the guy's hand and it wasn't. Do you remember that game?
Oh yeah. The player made himself big, and yeah.
I understand the frustration, but over the course of the season, if you eliminate the refereeing decisions and actually look at it face value and how Man City have been as a team consistently, week in, week out, performance-wise, they haven't been it. They haven't been good enough, right?
Yeah.
They haven't been good enough.
And every City fan will tell you that.
Fair enough. And I also think, even if the refs weren't, let's just say it, weren't against you, let's just say that, you would still fall up short, I believe, in it. Just because.
Okay, but this is the only thing. One second, Egal. One second.
Do you feel like there's a vested interest to stop City from winning the league?
We heard the CEO talk about it, so I don't need to say that. What I'm going to point out is, and I haven't geeked out the way Egal does. Egal, I don't know, his team of analysts, they're able to go and say, you know what, Arsenal would be here had it not been for referee decisions. I haven't done that yet, but as you mentioned, the hand of Rod, right? As you mentioned with regards to Doku and Hussam likes to say sweet chin music, right? Those weren't in the same season, right? We're bringing up two instances. My issue is with regards to this. If you want to look, if you really dig in, and I haven't done it the way Arsenal and Egal likes to do it. I haven't done it.
Break it down.
But I haven't taken the time to do it, but I will. Is look at the consecutive run of referee errors. That's the point. Oh, we understand it happens here in a game in a season. It happens here. But when you look at the consecutive run of these decisions going so oddly against City is where things are coming from. And we know from past seasons, we'll overcome it.
Let's go through those pictures. First of all, the picture behind you is the Guehi. You were 2-0 up. You threw away a 2-goal lead. What's the other one? Wolves? If I'm not mistaken,
wait. What? How did you describe the Guehi one? What?
The Guehi one. You were 2-0 up and you threw away a 2-goal lead.
How did we throw away a 2-goal lead?
You conceded 2 goals in the second half.
The point is, how did we concede the first goal?
If you want to say that goal was a foul, it's up to you. Say that. But my point is, you had a commanding lead. You threw away the lead. The second game against Wolves, you won that game. What's the next one? Newcastle? If I'm not mistaken, you drew that game, right?
Egal, it's not just.
Did you draw the game versus Newcastle? Yes or no?
Yes.
And was that leading? Was that a goal that was chalked off or a goal that was given behind you? The first one.
It's a goal given.
Okay, and then the one up there in the corner, what's that? The one Semenyo. You still won that game regardless if that goal was not given or not.
Yeah, that's not the point. You do work with Terry all the time. You do work with Terry all the time. What's he spouting about over on the Football Terrace about? No. We need to drop the tribalism, and when the referees do something wrong, this guy went on mute.
We're breaking it down. The next
we're breaking it down now because you don't want
the Manchester Derby. You have a strong case there. You can say that's easily.
I have a strong case. Is how you're categorizing that. All right, go ahead.
What do you want me to say? You're doing the
Speak
thing.
The truth.
You're policing which adjectives I use to describe the situation.
Egal, for a second. Forget that it's Manchester City sky blue. Imagine they were wearing Arsenal red. And speak about what you're seeing right there if that was Arsenal red. That's all I'm asking. You're moving fraudulent because you know if it was on the other foot, you'd be saying you wouldn't say you have a strong argument versus that Doku foul. You'd be like, that's a straight red. Don't do this.
I agree. I agree with that. But in both cases, you'd both be wrong.
Bro, the reality of the situation is we have all seen our teams get decisions against us and get decisions for us. The main thing is, if we're good enough, it doesn't matter what decisions we get. And I was salty last year with Liverpool. In the past, I've actually been physically given apologies from the PGMOL for 6 points for 4 points that was dropped in the title race due to PGMOL mistakes. And guess what? We were told to get on with it. They literally sacked the ref.
The problem is, right? You take a refereeing mistake, right, and then you extrapolate that to a result. Okay, just because Declan Rice got sent off for kicking the ball away and Trossard got kicked off doesn't mean you would have won or lost or drawn any of those games.
About to draw the offside lines correctly.
Now you're just making stuff up. They don't forget to draw offside lines. Every offside decision is drawn, and the only one that I know of is the one that Liverpool suffered against. But you know what? Shit happens in football. I'm not going to sit here. I didn't cry about it then. It was an honest mistake. These referees, they may be incompetent, but they're not corrupt. No one has ever, in any time since I've been watching football, no one in English football has ever proved corruption to me.
Brentford's equalizer against Arsenal was incorrectly allowed to stand by VAR after Lee Mason failed to draw the offside line.
Well, where is that from, and how do you even know that?
This happened in February of 2023. It's ingrained in my memory. Look, the third video is me. You want to watch it?
Arsenal Brentford. I accepted that there was a question of the VAR decision, but I was over it. And I made my statement that the draw was deserved, even though we all admit that it was offside. Even Mikel Arteta in his interview admitted that it was offside. And now the Premier League referees are admitting that they made a mistake. Lee Mason, who is the Premier League referee also for the Martinelli situation earlier in the season versus Man United, made a catastrophic mistake.
Look at this. This is the Daily
Mail.
You're
using yourself as a source. You understand that's ridiculous, right?
The Daily Mail.
This is the new low, man. Yeah.
No, what you said I'm lying.
You don't know whether he's drawn a line incorrectly or not.
No, bro, you forget. Lee Mason got sacked because of this Arsenal game.
Okay. Show me some kind of detailed journalistic piece, not you on Twitter or TikTok or whatever, saying that it's a scandal. As the PGMOL came out and said,
BBC.
Egal, by the way, I respect your coverage of the game. By the way, not unlike
look at this. The Telegraph. Look at this. The London Evening Standard, the Guardian, the Mirror. The Sky Sports. What more do you need to see?
No, but Egal, I'm not saying that people don't. They check everything, but I'm not saying people don't make mistakes.
No,
there's a difference. There's a difference between that. There's a difference between that and alleging corruption.
Okay, you know what? People are just laughing at this point. Let's move on. The main point was, I don't think that the Premier League has had it out for Arsenal, or they currently have it out for Man City. I just personally think if your team is good enough, your team's gonna win. And I thought I was salty last year versus Liverpool. I put my hand up. I was salty last year versus Liverpool. I put my hand up. And in the past,
I'd love for City to get a controversial winning go in the Carabao Cup final. That would be so funny.
If it happens,
play this clip,
bro. You have more than enough time to impact the game yourself without. That's the truth. And I've been somebody who's critical of referees a lot. We had a decision go against us in the Chelsea game, but guess what? We didn't care. We kept it moving. The Martinelli definitely was a penalty. But
but you wouldn't have kept it moving if you lost, though. That's my thing.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
So I understand that you guys have been better than Man City, and you do, and from how it stands, right, you obviously deserve the league title, and congratulations in it. But Like, let's not act like we're going to be doing this nonchalant. Yeah, refs. Yeah, listen, come on now, refs, bro. Forget about refs.
Because what I'm noticing is we're called flat earthers by media, but at the same time, we got Man City fans doing flat earther things.
Yeah, but Igal, are you a bigger club? Listen, Igal, are you a bigger club than Man City? Yes, right? So that means, yeah, you're a bigger club. You just need to act like one and then just keep it stepping. That's it. Forget about Man City. And forget about
Man City fans. We're the ones always preaching, if you're good enough, you're going to win.
Okay, let me speak for Manchester City fans.
Go on,
let me speak. All right. It's different if it's a one-off, Igal. If you're complaining because you get this happening on this one occasion or every 5, 6, 7 games, all calm. I implore you, because I know the Arsenal army, they go into the nitty-gritty and they get all. Do a quick search and see the consecutiveness of these errors. That's all I'm gonna say. So when you have City fans that are now kind of piping up about it, it's different when it's a one-off, maybe 2. We see it, it's spread out. But when you see it consecutively like this, it's gotten attention. There's a reason why the man Rodri actually spoke up afterwards.
I swear to you, Vita, yeah.
One more thing, I think he's going to get fined or suspended.
If he does, he does.
Listen, I remember, yeah. I don't know. Rack, you might have good memory in him. My ADHD is all
move on. Vader only has
nah. All I'm saying, yeah. Vader, there was a time where Jurgen. Huh?
I can do 10 minutes, yeah.
All right, because we need to get on to the Liverpool game and one more topic.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there was a time where Jurgen Klopp was calling out about United, or the decisions are going for them, blah, 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 blah. Rack remembers that. I swear to God, yeah, I kept my mouth shut, bro. The absolute nonsense type of decisions that we've witnessed ever since he spoke his mouth is crazy. And that's consecutively. And I cannot remember the games, but I swear to you, I ain't going mad. Yeah, that Klopp guy, right?
I remember that.
There was a period. But but Fergie used to do the same thing. And you could argue it's mind games. You could argue it's all this kind of stuff.
The reason why I'm calling City fans flat earthers, big up to Pep. Pep speaks out about all sorts of issues, excluding just football.
Yeah, he's the GOAT.
And people are attacking him personally for that. And I think that's wrong. The man,
he's got cojones for that, you know.
We can't sit here and tell people. We can't sit here and tell people to shut up and dribble. This is not how we do things. We should everyone has a voice. Let them use their voice to how they want to use it. Now, what I'm going to say is, I respect what Pep Guardiola has done there, but when he's coming out and saying, "Oh, we have to change the rules so Man City can play Guehi in the final," that's a mad thing.
Well, in the spirit of the rule, he's not saying we need to change it. He's saying this rule should change moving forward. So he's accepting whatever the call is right now. Yeah. But moving forward, it should be a rule change because
they already changed the rule. That's why you're even able to get Semenyo into your team.
Okay, they've already changed the rule, but the rule can still be flawed. There's been laws that have been set up. They have amendments, and they have amendments because the law still isn't doing what it's intended to do.
No.
This,
Vader, by the way, I looked into this. The exact words of the ruling is that you have to have the player in before the semifinal cutoff. You guys did not have your player in.
I understand that. I understand that, but the ramifications are the ramifications are with regards to a transfer window. That's going to negatively affect how windows are actually going to be done because most are going to want these deals done before that will apply. And so you're probably going to get an urgency of everything being done beforehand, which is going to leave a gap for the true intention of the window itself. Now, I know not all seasons have the semifinal played before the window closes, so we're in a unique spot right now. But the rule should be, if a player is acquired for said team, they haven't played yet, they should be available. Playing for the semi, get it. You shouldn't play. You weren't registered in time. But now it's a different competition. It's a final.
How is that fair that you sign a player mid semifinal and then second leg of the semifinal you can bring that player in to close out the semifinal?
No, and then you didn't even hear what I said. You're doing the dial. You're doing the dial. You were quick to respond and not listen to what I said.
Okay,
I said
you're saying the final.
Yeah, it's a different competitor now that you're facing. They should be eligible to play in the final. They shouldn't be able to influence the second leg of a semi that they didn't play on the first leg. I don't think that would be fair.
Hey, whatever the rule is, you need to stick to it. Even if you to bring someone in the middle, if that's the rule, that's the rule. I don't have a problem with it. If that's
the rule.
But what I'm saying, just stick to the rules. And if that's the rules now, unfortunately, this time for Man City, maybe it's the calendar, whatever. And Pep is within his rights to campaign for a change to the rules in future. I think that's also fine.
And the EFL have said that they will not allow Marc Guehi to play in the final because they're going to stick to the rules. He's not eligible. They're not going to change it mid.
Yeah, no surprises there.
They're not going to change it mid-season.
Changing the rules would be disadvantage Arsenal. They're not going to do that.
Yeah, the rules are already set pre.
It would also be against the rules, Vader.
I think would Arsenal have a say?
What?
They shouldn't have a say. No, you shouldn't have a say. The rules are the rules.
If they wanted Marc Guehi to be legible, would we have
No, Arsenal shouldn't have a say. Arsenal shouldn't have a say.
No worries.
Because the rules are the rules. Arsenal shouldn't have a say, City shouldn't have a say.
All right, fair. Finally, the Liverpool host Man City this weekend. Vader, what do you think? We've been through so many topics. That's crazy. How we haven't even gotten to the game yet.
Oh, it's all good. I mean, this is an important game. I think more importantly for me than it is for Rax. Rax is kind of like on chill mode. He just wants Europe this season, despite what he did. Maybe his hopes are let's go out and win the UCL. So he's not really focused on this game in particular. Does he need this to be in the European race? No. Are these 3 points going to be crucial for him to remain in Europe? I don't believe so. But it's Anfield. It's a place that I've gone to when I was doing a madness Centurions treble, and I still wasn't catching wins over there. This is a City team that's not even close to those peak powers, right? That final form. I know Liverpool haven't been the most consistent either. They've surrendered draws and losses at Anfield. I think the most that we've seen for a really long time. I think Slot's legacy's hurt that a lot. Reason why maybe not Rax but other Liverpool fans want him out. But if there's a vulnerability, it's here. But I don't quite have the strong enough City team to really be confident going in. I talked about it on my show, Why Always Me. If I happen to lose this game or catch a draw, for all intentions, it's probably going to be a 9-point or 8-point gap. It's probably something that I got to accept at this point because Liverpool, as good as they've been and as bad as they are now, I really don't see my team overcoming this Anfield hoodoo voodoo. So I think I'd be lucky if I end up with a draw. I'd be honest with you. Even with the addition of a Guehi, even with the addition of a Semenyo, it's just one of those grounds where it doesn't seem to go my way. Look at what I just faced last week. Spurs. Spurs haven't been good. Spurs are what? Where are they? 15th, 16th? They're not even that good, and I ended up with the draw playing them. Well, I don't have tremendous confidence going into this Liverpool game. It's going to end up being after this game, 13 games remaining with a potential 8-point, 9-point gap. That might be my reality. So we'll see. I'll lean on Rax to kind of find out where the vulnerabilities are because I think there is a little bit of a defensive injury crisis a little bit. So maybe there's some vulnerability there. But I think it's advantaged Liverpool from a midfield standpoint. So Bosley, Wirtz, Gravenberch. I think they have the legs. They'll have the physicality to, I think, make life a little more difficult than it needs to be for City. But, yeah, if I'm going to predict anything, I'm predicting a draw.
But that's actually mad, though, because they've they've lost twice at their ground, I'm pretty sure, yeah? Leeds and United.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And
they don't seem to show up for lesser teams, no disrespect. When it's been the other teams, they're typical Liverpool.
Yeah, but I understand that, but you drawing this is a massive L, I think, in it, because bro,
me going to Anfield and getting a draw is a massive L.
Yeah. I think it's a massive L.
Please explain.
Because bro, Liverpool, bro, they're done out here, man. Come on, bro. I know they've hit a bit of form, yeah. Listen, Rack, I've been watching them a little bit, yeah. Wirtz his own form, Ekitike, cool. They've got some good players, but they're not this threatening team where, oh my days, Anfield, oh my god, the atmosphere, holy crap, they're gonna swarm you and eat you alive. It's not the same Liverpool team. Like, they're gonna have players, because Liverpool will always have some decent players in there that can hurt. Cool, they might score a goal against you. They might be the better side, but you should still be going there and actually getting a result because of what you're playing for this season. Do you get me? That's how I'm looking at it.
Same, me too. I think you have to win regardless. Like,
Arsenal are playing Sunderland and they're beating Sunderland. Let's be real; they're going to beat them. Sunderland aren't great at.
That's why I'm saying it's going to be an 8-point or 9-point gap, because I'm expecting it's currently 6. It's currently 6 right now. I'm expecting Arsenal to win versus Sunderland.
I'll be honest with you.
I'm high, bro. Listen, first of all, yeah, I don't indulge in.
Do you think the title race is over, Vader, this weekend?
No.
If Man City don't beat Liverpool, and it's only a draw, and you guys beat Sunderland, it's finished, man. And I wouldn't be thinking like this a couple of years ago, because you know what, Man City, the type of players that they used to have, Gundogan last minute, Kevin De Bruyne with the it factor. You know, he's got a bit of he can do something out of nothing. Right now, yeah, I believe Man City are going through a period where they just need to get used to a certain thing, certain players, new people are coming in, manager. I don't know, bro. This is probably going to be his last season.
A new captain.
You know what, Ahmed? I kind of disagree with you there, because I feel like the Arsenal game versus Sunderland, like, as much as Arsenal as good as at home, I don't think it's gonna be like 2-0, 3-0 win for them. I think it's gonna be like 1-0 or 2-1.
No. It'll be like it'll be a 2.
I hear that. I want to know, yeah, in the comment section, big up, yeah. But what is it that I said that's stupid, innit? Because I'm thinking of it like this, yeah. A team like City, who's in a title race, saying,
Ahmed, I lost to you.
Yeah, but
they're beating everybody.
I lost to you. I had a draw versus Spurs, and you're telling me I need to go to Anfield versus Liverpool, and it is me. I drew to Chelsea as well. Yeah, I drew to Chelsea. I drew to Chelsea as well. The point is, I'm going to Liverpool at Anfield, and you're telling me I need to. If I get a draw there, it's a massive L. What are we doing?
No, but Vader, what he's saying is, if your ambition is to win the title,
yes, which it is,
then realistically, I think at this point,
now,
I don't think you can afford Arsenal to open up an 8 or 9 point gap. That's what Ahmed's saying. You have to win. It's an L in that sense. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Right now, they have worse odds than Aston Villa.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask this to you guys.
Wait, Victor, we're coming for you, by the way. If you're getting a draw, we're coming for you. Yeah,
can you see yourself guarantee that you beat Sunderland comfortably at home, or is it more dodgy game?
We're not talking about Sunderland yet, but I do think we're gonna beat Sunderland.
I'm legit asking you a question. Like, can you guarantee yourself that if you beat Sunderland and then Man City have to win against Liverpool, then?
Bro, I'm at home. I'm confident I'm gonna beat any team at home.
He thinks he's going to win everything.
If you ask me what
they're winning versus Sunderland, we don't need to entertain.
If you ask me what the scoreline's going to be, it's probably going to be like a 2-1.
Yeah, it's a 2-0. It's going to be a 2-0.
Yeah, it's 2-0.
Aren't going to really post.
No, but
that means you have to win then.
I'm looking at Liverpool. Yeah, their midfield is like a gaping hole, right? Defensively, they're a mess, right? Attacking wise, cool. Wirtz and Ekitike are doing their thing in it, but bro, like, there's so many.
They are showing up against the 4-peat winners. It's not going to be a typical game. Liverpool know what this is all about.
Ahmed, you're missing something. You're missing a big factor.
Go on, talk to me. Go on.
I think we're looking at Man City's midfield and we're thinking this is the midfield of a couple years back. I don't think this Man City midfield is 100% settled. I think Pep needs to maybe change it up and play Rodri with a Nico G, because I don't see Reinders or Bernardo Silva as good partners to Rodri right now. It's kind of Rodri's by himself, and the defense is then drowning with the.
That's why, yeah. When you look at,
then let me finish. Then you look over at Liverpool. Yes, they have Florian Wirtz, but you know what balances them out? The Gravenberches, the McAllisters. It balances it out. When I look at City's midfield and I see Cherki, Bernardo Silva, and Rodri playing, or I see Reinders and Cherki and Bernardo and Rodri playing, I see two players who are more attacking focused and not really balancing out that midfield with the defensive side, where McAllister and Gravenberch, as much as they can do things on a little bit on both ends, they're more solid defensively as a base. Even though Liverpool have been much worse than City defensively.
I'm most concerned about Gravenberch, Szoboszlai. Those are the two.
Yeah, Pep Guardiola literally played Rodri by himself against us. by himself, pretty much. Yeah. So I understand that. And with Liverpool, yeah, they've got some good midfielders. The reason why I'm saying there's a hole is because the way how he's approaching it this season is very similar to how Ten Hag was approaching it, where there's a massive hole in the midfield, right?
Yeah, he hasn't been doing that as of late, though.
Why won't Pep play Rodri and Nico G together?
He has, but we need to also be able to manage the game for a full 90 minutes, which has been an issue at City. So if he's going to have, I think we could easily see him start an O'Reilly. He might even start an O'Reilly in a double pivot with Nico G, and then maybe we have Shirky up top, and then we have the attacking options on the wing, and obviously with Haaland. Or he may even go Rodri, have Nico G on the bench to be able to close out a full 90 minutes, and then have him partnered with a Bernardo Silva or O'Reilly as well. I don't think he plays the two of them because he's thinking, okay, when I get to the 60th, 70th minute, who do I have in terms of to be able to keep up with legs that may be an option brought on by Liverpool? It might be the thinking here. So we got to be adaptable. I don't think he plays both of them to start the game because we have no options to really see out the game late.
By the way, Bernardo Silva being injured helps you. I think he's been terrible for you lately.
You're crazy.
I think he's been terrible for you lately.
I think
as a player on the pitch, I think he's been one of your biggest weaknesses at times.
Are you deciding that based off of on the ball or off the ball? What decision?
Off the ball mostly.
Off the ball, he puts in probably the most work that's necessary, and he's been key for us. We got to find the right balance with regards to the midfield because we need the off the ball work as well as the creativity, and that's been a challenge. Rodri right now off injury doesn't quite have the foot speed yet, in my opinion. Rax is familiar. I think it took a while for Van Dijk to really get back to the Van Dijk running ability. Consistently, stop shaking your head. Consistently, and that's what we're seeing. That's what we're seeing with regards to Rodri. He hasn't been able to do it in consecutive games, but I'm confident that he'll be able to read the pace of it as he continues to mature through this injury. But the game in itself.
Do you want to stay for Rax's prediction before you go?
No, I'm gonna let Rax do his thing. Unfortunately, I do have to run. I'm gonna say this. I know with regards to the title race, a draw or a loss, quote unquote, unacceptable. But when I look at who I'm competing against, when I look at this matchup with Liverpool, there's been a reason why even better teams versus worse Liverpool performances or being in poor form, we still didn't get the result necessary. So maybe it's hopium, but I think a draw is where I really see it. And that's me being optimistic. Rax, I look forward to hearing your prediction. Ahmed, the chat saying you're high. They kind of have an argument. Listen, I didn't mean to forget about Chelsea when I was talking about the draws. I didn't mean to. We're good. We're good.
I mean,
Vader, I'll give you this. I do think it's going to be like once again another Desmond.
All right. We'll see.
Well, thanks for giving him that. He appreciates it, I'm sure.
We'll see. We'll see. I'll try to link up with you on Sunday.
Every point matters, right? Rack, what are you saying?
Look, I don't believe that we've necessarily turned the corner. I need to see more evidence of that. We have one good game where we have one good win, and then we end up losing in the last minute away at Bournemouth. And then we have another good win last week. And then this week, who knows what's going to happen. Right now, I think overall, we're probably a better team than Chelsea and United. But right now, we also sit behind them in the table. So in that scenario, we should definitely be doing better. But it means that my confidence is not as high as it should be going into this game. But having said that, what Vader said is true. City don't have a great record against Liverpool, at least when we're at Anfield. And I think we'll do enough to get the 3 points. And I think at that point, it will be Arsenal's title. For sure. I mean, I've already said that I think Arsenal are going to win the title. But I think if Arsenal are 9 points ahead of City, it's basically 0.7 points, 0.7 points per game you can afford to drop or something like that. And it's just not going to happen. So City, I think City at that point, the most points they'll be able to get is like 86 or something like that. That's if they win every other game, and I don't think they're going to do that. So City are liable to drop points in any game, but not as liable as we are because we've like I said, we'll go into any game and we could win, maybe not comfortably, but we could win convincingly, potentially, like we did against Newcastle. But we could also lose and give away stupid goals. And I said this a few weeks ago on Sam's show. Like, we right now we're not obviously not going to win the league. We're not competing for the league. Everything we do now for the rest of this season has to be building towards next season. We have to finish the season strongly, so we go into next season strongly, and then we mount a challenge based on that. And obviously, there's going to be strengthening of the squad, and players will come and players will go. But everything now, I mean, look, not necessarily, the Champions League is still there to play for. The FA Cup is still there to play for. But the Champions League is a bit of a gamble. Anything can happen in the Champions League. And the FA Cup, you know, at this stage, would I like to win it? Sure. But it's not the be-all and end-all. What's really important is next season, we do what we were supposed to do or what we thought we were going to do, and what a lot of Liverpool fans got giddy about is challenge and win the title next season. Next season. It's gone this season, but we have to build towards it for next season. And we're not going to build towards it for next season by losing every other game for the rest of the season. And we need Champions League football. So that's what we need to do.
Fair.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Yeah, go on.
Predictions for the game? For tour?
I'm saying...
I might go.
2-1 City.
I'm going to say 2-1 Liverpool.
For tour, would you say again?
I think Ahmed said 2-1 City, and then Rock said 2-1 Liverpool. I'm going to say a draw, 2-2.
Me too. I'm going 2-2. All right, let's go to Chelsea. What are you saying? Chelsea, sorry, forget about Chelsea for a second. Arsenal, Sunderland. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'll keep it short and brief. I got a match preview coming out tomorrow at like around 2 o'clock. But right now, I'm very confident we're going to win. I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal. There's only 3 injury risks. Of course, we already know about some of the other players that are out, but Bukayo Saka, Odegaard, and Timber are potential injury risks for this game. So they might be last-minute players on the bench, but I don't see all 3 of them starting. Only person who could potentially start out of the 3, I would say, is Timber, but he did start the previous game, so most likely Ben White's in the team. And Sunderland kind of owe us after taking points off us earlier. We're gonna have to pay them back for taking points off us at their ground. But yeah,
I'll be honest with you.
They're a better team at home than they are away from home. I don't see
them scores like they did against us, but I think they'll give it a go. I think they'll give it a try. Maybe try to play for a draw. I'll say 1-1.
I know, but it's the 3 o'clock kickoff. I don't feel like we tend to drop too many points. 3 o'clock kickoffs at home.
I'll say 1-0 win for Arsenal.
Yeah. You know, Arsenal, what made me interested the most is, you guys know when Moreno got injured, Arsenal submitted an offer to Bayern for Leon Goretzka on the deadline day. The player said no. He didn't want to come and be like 3rd option, 4th option.
Yeah, I doubt that really. I think Goretzka's staying there. I think he's literally for retirement, isn't it? So
it's crazy, right? Anyways, I don't know. Do you guys have anything else to say about Arsenal Sunderland?
Yeah, bro, I'll be real in it. Yeah, that game, we all know their away record is absolutely horrendous. Arsenal are gonna. I don't think they've. They've only lost once against us at their ground, which what we did. So I don't think Sunderland. I mean, at best maybe a draw, but I think they're gonna get the dub. I'll be real. I think you guys will get them.
Absolutely. Let me ask you guys a different question. If England win the World Cup,
here we go.
And they score most of their goals from corners, from Bukayo Saka and Declan Rice crossing it in, would you give a shit?
Bro, I'll be real. Yeah, I don't even know if I want to watch England.
Okay.
I'm not English, so
Forget about you then. Rock and Fatur, do you guys support England?
Of course, I'm gonna support them, though, innit? Do you get me?
I'm gonna support anyone that England, yeah, but Chelsea players, of course.
So if England win the World Cup by any means necessary through penalties and own goals and set pieces, would you give a shit?
But you go,
you can't compare a tournament like a World Cup that comes every 4 years to a.
No. My point is, I feel like
we know what your point is. We know what your point is.
You can't. Beggars can't be choosers right now. We're not in a position where we've been winning consistently for.
Who's to say that Tuchel wants to play that way though in competitions?
I don't think
he has. England has been playing that way, and he has been using Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka as set piece takers. So
obviously he's going to. Yeah, but just because he uses them to a set piece doesn't mean that that's going to be his main weapon in how to beat teams, though, innit? He can use that as a tool, right? But
that's what we do. But everyone says that's all we do. When it's not true. We do more than just set pieces. But everyone just likes to take the piss and say, "Oh, you only do set pieces, this and that." In my opinion, I'll tell you guys the honest truth. I don't think any Arsenal fan really cares how we win as long as we win. That's the truth.
Nobody cares how they win. Ultimately, nobody cares. That's not the point, though. What we're doing is, when we're talking about football, we're analysing it. When we're giving our opinions. Should Arsenal be happy if they win every game by a penalty? Sure, you could be happy. That's fine. But then it's also, huh? No, okay. We already debunked your nonsense statistics on this matter in the last show. You and your 10 penalties, and then it turns out we only ever had 9 penalties.
You're denying everything I put in front of you.
Because I don't trust your statistics. That's why you got dodgy numbers, mate.
That's what I'm saying. Like, honestly,
just as we say this, Jay appears like magic.
Well, it's just the thing is, like, if Miguel was my accountant, I'd be going out of business. That's all I gotta say about that.
Or making it an obscene amount of money.
Or I'd be going to jail for tax fraud. Either or.
Okay, now we need to stop you there.
Okay, it's like, how are we doing, gentlemen? Sorry, I'm a tardiness. I'm going to Colombia next week, so I've been like running around, like just trying to pick up little bits. And but I know. So like people are saying that, like, Jay, you don't want to know what hit you. I'm like, well, I'm going for bad bitches and the local products, which is pancakes, apparently. So looking forward to that.
There you go. Listen, you heard it here first, people. Jay's doing his thing. Before we go any further, Jay, can you come on camera? Or are you off camera today?
No, I'm kind of in the gym at the moment, so it's a little bit like I can maybe find a little corner. Let me find a little corner. But go on.
All right. By the way, we don't have anything else to say on that Arsenal game, guys. We'll do a preview tomorrow with Kunle if you guys want to hear about that. I'm gonna go with an Arsenal 2-0 victory. I'm pretty sure all you guys are gonna pick an Arsenal win. No one here is picking Sunderland victory, right?
Nah, no one's gonna be choosing Sunderland, bro. I don't think so.
Before we finish off with Tottenham Man United, let's hear what Fatur has to say about Wolves Chelsea. Surely you're going to beat Wolves, right?
Absolutely. I think we have to take.
I'll circle back.
Sorry?
I think it's cutting out a bit. But anyway, I think we have to take our anger out against the Wolves on Saturday. And I won't be surprised if Reece James starting on Saturday, given the fact that he was being micromanaged. Yep, he was. To be fair for Reece James, for that PR late fitness testing, apparently he was being micromanaged by the medical team. But I will not be surprised if he's fit for Saturday. Jamie Gittins going to be out at least for about 3 months now. It looks like it's going to be a grade 3 tear hamstring.
Do you regret buying Delap?
Huh?
Do you regret signing Delap?
Don't ask me. You can ask that question to the sporting directors, though. But I have no idea what were they thinking about. Maybe they thought the lap could be that we can make profit out of the lap for the resale value. But regardless,
Ekitike looks better. Sesko looks better. Even you guys can't even deny it. Gyökeres looks better.
Yeah, of
all
course.
those other strikers that were bought this summer look much better.
Yeah, but it's also not the same thing. They got him for 30 million. You paid 60 million for Gyökeres.
When you bought a championship striker, you don't have to expect anything much from a championship level striker, man. It's as simple as that. Like, I'm not really that fussed about the lab. That João Pedro probably in the summer, like, he's not that typical player that I was interested in the summer, but Okay, he's been banging goals a little bit, but he's been doing much better in this season.
He looks like your best player now. The way that he's been playing.
Yes, particularly like when I saw him against Arsenal, he was the only one out there that was doing bits. Other players, like you've got Fernandes playing as a left wing, and then also Liam Delap plays a right wing. What else can you do really in this case?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we have to take that anger out on Saturday against Wolves. I'm expecting a 3-0 win for us, and we do need to capitalize on what's around us. For example, like Aston Villa going to go away against Bournemouth, and then Liverpool facing Man City at home. And then
I will say this: Wolves, since the turn of the year, have been one of the better teams form-wise in the lower half of the table. So don't take them lightly. They've gotten like 5 draws and a win in like the most recent weeks. They've done.
I mean, they've been fighting to stay up, though. To be fair, but yeah, we're gonna have to be on our game on Saturday and take that anger out on them on Saturday, man.
Hey. I'm looking at your boys and I'm saying to myself, you guys say a lot about Caicedo. He couldn't get a cross in at all. Like every time he crossed the ball, Timber blocked it. I think Enzo's been comfortably one of your best attackers in the 10. Cole Palmer, Esteval didn't start. I want to see how your team looks with all those guys together starting. I haven't seen that in a while. It feels like. When was the last time you seen Esteval, Cole Palmer, and Enzo?
Because it's being micromanaged by the medical team, Miguel. This is why I go back to for the whole thing debacle that happened on Tuesday's game. Why was Reece James rested? Why was Esteban Palmer brought on in the 60th minute? Do you think that it's not coincidence that they Rossini was being given instruction by the medical team that you have a 30-minute period to bring these players on?
By the way, who was your starting centre back versus Napoli? Was it Reece James?
It was. I can go back now. I believe I remember. I think correctly. It was Reece James as a centre back, and then Chalobah, I think.
Interesting.
But I think we're gonna start Reece James as a right back on Saturday, and then we're gonna have to start.
Fofana played that game, didn't he?
Yeah, Fofana and Reece James, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Gusto and Cucurella were the fullbacks.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, like, I can never put my finger on what position you guys are gonna play Reece James. He seems to play everywhere, man.
No, but he's a good player, isn't he? So he can just pretty much slot in any position, pretty much in the midfield or as a fullback. But at the end of the day, with Chelsea, yeah, we've said this for the longest, innit? These lot are like they're a bunch of yo-yos, yeah, bunch of yo-yos, and you don't really know what they're gonna do, right? Because when it comes to the smaller teams that you expect them to beat, yeah, that's where they struggle. But then again, in the bigger teams, yeah, they might do something here and there. But for the past 2 years, no, not even just 2 years, yeah, I just think their ceiling, and you can mention the ownership too, and the type of managers they're getting, they're capped. The club's capped currently, like at top 4. That's always gonna be the race. Top 4. If they miss out, get top 4. It's like the new Tottenham in a way, but with more money. That's how I see Chelsea. No diss for Turini. I'm actually being serious.
That is a big diss to Chelsea.
Yeah, but
it's not. It's the reality.
Look, the thing is, yeah, Chelsea. Look, the Chelsea that I know, we're celebrating Champions Leagues under Tuchel. You're celebrating leagues.
It's the Arab Cucurella with the hairstyle.
Bro, listen, come on now, yeah. Cucurella's come on, that's not... Bro,
Ahmed's copying the United strand. He needs 2 more wins. 6 wins in a row, right?
No, 5, isn't it? 5?
No, for Ahmed.
2 more wins, yeah. 2 more wins in it. Come on now, yeah. That's
Ahmed's gonna cut his hair. 2 more wins. Anyways.
No, listen, bro. These Chelsea guys, right?
Bro, they're more delusional than anybody else. Let's be real.
Again, like when I'm seeing them, like, okay, you won the Conference League, the same Conference League that West Ham won. You shouldn't even be in there in the first place. Cool, you can celebrate it, but you shouldn't have never. Bro, who did they play? Betis in a like it's just.
I seen Chelsea fans yesterday coming out saying, you know what? Respect Liam Rossini. His plan worked. We just didn't win.
I can tell that they must be doing some alcohol drinks over there.
Do you know what I just think with Liam Rossini? I actually think what Liam Rossini is doing is trying to appease and fit in and just say all the right things. Yeah, like Cooley's had a decent start so far, innit? But bro, I tried to listen to him.
Liam Rosini is a puppet master.
Igal, I tried to listen to him, yeah, and everyone. I've got a short attention span. I'm just like, where's the mute button, bro? Let me just mute this guy for a second. Yeah, like,
that's what I do all the time.
It's too much.
I'll rarely listen to his.
Did you see what he did the other day? What's
the opinion of amongst the Chelsea fans? Because I do think, like, just as a neutral, I do think he speaks well. Now that doesn't sometimes.
So did Amorim.
No, that's the thing. Yeah, no, I agree. Amorim did as well. And sometimes I think when people outside say your manager speaks well, sometimes you as a fan base that can actually be quite annoying because they're not saying that he's not saying the things that hit what you want to hear.
He's like Unai Emery at Arsenal.
Rafinha's a likable guy, you know. I don't look at Rafinha and I see a guy that's a twat. Let's be real.
Yeah.
With Ten Hag and Amorim, they're twats, right? With Rafinha, he's a nice guy trying to do the best he can. This is the biggest job that he's got so far, and I just feel like he's just, you don't need to say too much.
He has negative aura. And Chelsea fans.
Bro, listen, we're not 12 years old, man. Aura.
This is negative aura. What are you talking about? Oh my God.
Chelsea Twitter, they're obsessed with aura.
But that's Twitter, man. You get me?
I'm not really buying to this Twitter nonsense thing again. Like, honestly, it's just that some of these lot that's just like giving myself a migraine sometimes, you know. But I'm like, you know what? Rossini is a puppet master at the end of the day, man. It's just not a puppet master. Honestly, the close to it, I was just like, you know what, Ahmed's right. I just turn off the mute button all the time. That's it. I'm not listening to that again.
Wow, fair. That's early, you know. You gave freaking Graham Potter more time before you like stop listening to him.
It's the same thing, innit? Like I don't like. I'm not taking these lot seriously anyway. So my problem has been with the ownership now.
Obviously, it doesn't look like the ownership is going to change. It doesn't look like they're going to change their strategy. Yeah. So it's like it's a tough one because I think Chelsea have been in a situation where when Ken Bates sold to Abramovich and you just kind of landed on your feet and it was like an amazing ride. And now it's not just back to reality. It's actually from that high. Look at Gal dancing. It's like you've almost got no. You've gone from now you have like almost no hope, and it's kind of. There's always going to be but there was always going to be a bit of an adjustment. But it feels like I think it feels like it's gone about as bad as it can. Because as a fan, you want hope, right? You want to think that
you're not that far away.
No, I know, but it's how it feels. The reality, the season before you first challenged for the league, you lot were all down in the dumps, and it came out of nowhere.
You know what's
everything that happened from last month.
Yeah, sorry.
Everything that happened from last month now, like it just all makes sense. It's the way that they said about prioritizing the league over the Carabao Cup semi-final. I'm just like, you know what? I'm very exhausted to a point where I just can't be bothered anymore. It's like nowadays it's just more of a social day out for me. Right.
Hey, Brack, did you see the transfer news around Cole Palmer?
Look at Ahmed. Ahmed's getting excited now.
Boys, when I say this is crazy, this is Duncan Castle. You guys know Duncan Castle, right?
What did he say?
Oh, Duncan Castle chat a lot of waffle. Man.
Yeah, he chats freeze, man.
Listen to this.
For Cole Palmer. And his understanding of the situation was that Cole Palmer is not happy that he is no longer Nectors. One in particular asked him, have you been offered Cole Palmer? His answer was, everyone has been offered Cole Palmer. And his understanding of the situation was that Cole Palmer is not happy that he is no longer necessarily the central creative force in the Chelsea squad, the Chelsea team, because of Esteban's arrival from Brazil, because of Esteban's initial impact at Chelsea. He wants to be reassured that he is the most important creative force there. And that has resulted, it seems, in his representatives going around the elite clubs of Europe and indicating to them that Cole Palmer could be interested in a move and asking whether they would be interested in taking it. Now, that doesn't mean that Cole Palmer will leave Chelsea in the summer window.
Crazy, right?
Do you know what, Miguel? I think I'm going to come into a conclusion like this. Let's say if we lose Cole Palmer, it's the one thing for the fans to be fed up with this mediocrity stuff. But seeing him as the world-class talent that we have looking completely disillusioned, that he's been carrying this team on his back for 2 years now. And you see the reports now that he's being unhappy with the restrictions on the Rosinha. Like, you'll see it in the season. You'll see that if we don't make that top for the Champions League spot, he's gone. Listen. If Palmer leaves this summer because he's been tired as a facilitator, this era will be remembered.
James, what were you saying?
So I was talking about this the other day, and we were just talking about Palmer, and it's like if United sign him, then they've misprofiled him, because we came to the conclusion that, my opinion is, and I've said this many times, Palmer is a better right winger than he is number 10, because he needs that ability to drift. But Chelsea are stockpiling right wingers, so they clearly see him as a 10, right? Now, if you're going to spend 80 to 100 million on him, which is what it's probably going to take, but maybe even 9 figures to get him, then my logic is United already have Buemo and Ahmad on the right wing, Cunha and Bruno in the 10. So the logic of them moving for Palmer in the summer doesn't make sense. So
unless he replaces Bruno.
To sell Bruno for Palmer in 10 would be a scandalous decision for Man United, because they're not the same player. And the United have 2 right wingers in Mbeumo and Diallo. So they've got Mount, Cunha, and Bruno as well. So it would just be a misappropriation of funds for them to get Palmer, in my opinion. But then that also...
By the way, he was offered...
Ahmed, what are you saying? Ahmed, what are you saying?
He was offered to... by the way, he was offered to everyone. So that includes City. That includes teams like PSG.
Looking at you know me, innit? Palmer's my guy, innit? He's always been my guy. I've always defended him. You mentioned a good point about us having 2 right wingers, and he plays better off the right. That is true. But recently, obviously, we've been playing Mbeumo as a striker, right? So we can rotate with that situation. If he was to play, I believe, Amad Diallo is our best right winger, and I would also say that he's our best player, best attacker for sure, right? Just that position, should be irreplaceable, right? Unless you go and get like a Yamal or an Elise, then that we're talking like dreamland. I wouldn't swap a single player for Amad, if it's like Yamal or Elise.
Would you swap Cole Palmer for Bruno?
Absolutely, Palmer. I'll take Palmer in that 10. Absolutely, bro. Because you know what's mad, You know what's mad? Cole Palmer has got everything to his game, and just because he's not, just because he plays better off the right, doesn't mean he can't do crazy business in the middle. He can. Can strike a ball. Got a great eye of a pass. Can take free kicks. Can create clear cut. The guy's got everything to his game, bro.
I just have to say that the pure agenda. No, it's not Bruno argument. It's just the agenda to say that Palmer could replace Bruno but not Ahmad is absolutely outrageous. It's absolutely outrageous to suggest that Palmer for Bruno. Oh yeah, I'll do that all day. Palmer for Ahmad. I'm not sure. I have to think about. Are you mad? You just said Elise and stuff. You said Elise and stuff like Palmer's not that ilk of player. Like Palmer is not that ilk of player. He is that ilk of player. So to say that you would let Elise come. No, but it's not about right now. You know what we're talking about semantically. Palmer is an Elise level player. So to then insinuate that, I would take Elise but not Palmer. I don't understand the logic. Like, to take it over Ahmad. Of course, if Chelsea said, give us Ahmad and cash for Palmer, United are doing that deal.
Listen, again, yeah, you took away the logic. Igal said to me, would you swap Bruno, for Cole Palmer? And I said yes. Yeah, I said I'm still slapping him in that number 10.
Swap Ahmad for Cole Palmer?
Nah, bro. Ahmad's my guy, bro.
Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean?
He thought about it. Listen, guys,
you don't understand, yeah?
Guys, we got to move on. I promise. We got to move on. Jay, there's just been some breaking news. Inter Milan are looking to sign your goalkeeper in the summer. Would you be too worried about him leaving?
No, I think I feel like he's a really good keeper. As in shot stopper, but is like there's just been a few more errors, a few more mistakes. There's a few keepers I would probably consider. I would probably take the Roof's keeper from Sunderland or Verbruggen from Brighton. I probably put those two as my kind of on my list to replace him.
I got another one also. There's a whole mass exodus of Spurs players, it seems, in the summer as Vicario.
That's news to me.
Okay,
he's gazed into his crystal ball.
Let me break it down. So Vicario looks like he's being linked to Inter. Romero had a go at the board, and it looks like I heard something about him wanting to leave in the summer now. Also, we've already heard rumors of Van de Ven wanting to leave. That's three of your defenders.
Okay, what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do, Igal, is I'm gonna remind you, when Arteta first came in to your club. I'm not saying all clubs are the same. Do you remember what your defense looked like? Do you remember what your players looked like? Do you remember what the turnover looked like? It was Leno, then it was Ramsdale, then it was Raya. It was Ben White at centre back, then it's Saliba at centre back. Now Ben White's at right back. Now it's Timber at right back. Like the team has to evolve. And I'm not unhappy. Obviously, Van de Ven, I don't want him to go. Romero, I don't want him to go, but you can't keep slugging off the club. Vicario, again, can he be upgraded? Cool. The whole concept here is can we improve the quality of the player, because that's what we're trying to do here. So I'm not going to cry about it. I'm just going to say, it is what it is. How we are finished 17th last season, we're 14th this season. At what point do you cry about players that you're going to try and swap out when, do you know what I mean? I appreciate, I don't want to get worse players, but it's not like we're finishing second or third and we're selling players. We're finishing 17th, 14th. So I like to keep the best players naturally. But if, obviously we got Vuskovic coming back, who's doing really well. So if we were to sell a couple of defenders, like a goalie and a centre-back, and bring in a good player, then we'll see. I'm not happy with having to replace players because we don't have a huge amount of good players in the first place. So once you start selling your good players, do I trust the club to replace them properly? We'll see.
Jay, what do you think about Daniel Levy selling his shares? Apparently, he wants to.
Listen. This is why I tried to tell these fucking bozos for the last few years about Levy. People just think, oh, Levy. Nah, bro, because it's jarring. Because it's like people just say, oh, Levy goes and everything's gonna get better. No, it was never just about him. Like you see, United, they sold to Jim and they finished bottom half 2 years in a row. You know what I mean? They Chelsea finished like 13th, then 6th or something. It's like people just assume that it's just a magic pill. And listen, I think Levy, if he wants to sell his shares, he's obviously backing like shit. The value of this club's going down. You know what I mean? It's like when you log into your stock portfolio and you see you're 20% down for the day, you're like, damn, let me get some money back.
Bitcoin's going to hell.
Yeah, what's it? Bitcoin, what is it?
He has no more control, right? So he's like,
but the thing is, I've always been like I have no love for Enoch, but I have love for Levy because he was the chairman that did all of that stuff. So it's like, so people are like, oh, Enoch, I'm like, sure, why not? Because I have no affinity to them because the chairman that did everything for us is gone. Do you know what I mean? Our club captain is gone. Like all my bonds to the club, these guys need to prove themselves. And yeah, man. If Levy's saying that he wants to sell, or I'm not sure. It's easy to sell 30% of a business that you've got no stake in. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you're gonna ask for £1 billion, but you've got no say in the running of the club. You've got no say in it. You're just putting £1 billion in, hoping the club increases in value. And I think that's the key thing here.
I'm hoping. If I'm you, I'm hoping he sells to somebody who's very wealthy, who has the plans to try to take over the whole club and like invest heavily in the future.
Well, like Usmanov.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somebody who does a small like takeover bit by bit.
No, but did you not see what happened with Usmanov when everything went to shit until Kroenke took back over?
Yeah, that's true.
You see what I mean? So there's no magic pill. Everyone comes with clean hands and good intentions. What actually plays out is not the same. So, I just look at it very much like this is I hate to say I told you so to Spurs fans, but this is what you asked for. You know what I mean? This is what a lot of fans asked for. You wanted Levy out. You wanted a restructuring. If it works or it doesn't work, this is what restructuring looks like. This is what, you have a guy. When anyone ever say Florentino Perez, let's get him out? You know what I mean? No, they don't, because they say, no.
Apparently this season they do.
No, but what I'm trying to say to you here is like sometimes one man can know best for a football club, whether you like it or not. Like one person can know best. It's like you say Spurs finishing fourth, finishing top 4, winning Europa League, and so that's not good enough. Okay, let's see what's good enough now. You know what I mean? Let's see what's good enough when Villa have finished above us for 3 years in a row. Or it's a very competitive Premier League, man. Like I'm not sure the people who are running the Tottenham ship have the track record of running a successful ship.
All right, what's the score prediction, guys? Manchester United need to win this game to get 5 wins in a row so that guy can get his haircut.
Bro, listen, come on now. What kind of question is that?
Yeah, United beat Tottenham easily, man.
So we're beating. Listen, bro. Clip this. We're slapping them, bro. We're slapping them. Yeah.
Score prediction.
4-1 United. 4-1 United.
I'll go 5-1 United.
Yeah. Jay's my guy, innit? Yeah, but listen, you guys are due a beating. You getting there? Come on. So even the internet agrees with me. Come on now.
Listen, with all due respect, I've been saying this. Yeah, Manchester is white, and I don't mean that like a KKK BNP convention. What I mean is both Manchester clubs get the belt from Tottenham Hotspur, no matter what. I can't remember the last time you beat us. Yeah, I can't. City United. It's too much. It's just too much. Like it's just
too much winning. Too much winning in Manchester. That what you're saying?
So much. That's what I'm saying. Like it always been whooping.
They're gonna win so much. They can't.
They're gonna win so much. It's always ass whooping season. It's just ass whooping season, and I'm just like, yo, listen. I see my brother eyeing up a haircut. Sorry, boy. Like it's not for you. I'm just looking at this and saying, Carrick, United. Yeah, they're doing well, but they are still giving up chances. They conceded 2 to Arsenal. They conceded 2 to Fulham. They're giving up chances.
Yeah, but the Arsenal chances one was an own goal and the other one was a set piece.
100%. I'm clutching at straws here. Please act accordingly. You know what? It's like I'll go for a draw. I don't have a huge amount of confidence. United are in good form. They look. I don't know. They look competent.
Where is it? Is it OT or is it Spurs?
OT, man.
OT.
Come on, bro. Listen, people are telling me, you're always negative, bro. But when I'm positive about us actually getting a dub, these are like, you're doing too much, bro.
Exactly. You are doing too much, bro. You're doing too much. You're doing too much, man. We might give you a haircut if they win this weekend. You never know.
What's your score prediction?
Yeah. Oh no, I don't know. We need to catch up out there. Actually, you need to let me know how that job thing was going. You never gave me up there.
What's your score prediction?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 1-1.
I swear to God, if we don't get a result here, bro, I'm smashing a laptop, bro.
Hey guys, before we go any further, Rock Futur, any score predictions for this game?
I'll go aside. I'll go 2-1 United.
Come on, Faturno. Big up Faturno.
I think Man United is gonna win also. Just
Oh, it girls on my side as well. Am I in the same earth? Raw. Right? Am I dreaming?
Surely.
Oh yeah, it's Tottenham. Wait, Gal, you hate Tottenham more than United, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, see, Gal's being switched on for once. I hear it. Fairs, man.
See,
Anyway.
but Ahmed, this is exactly why I hate United more than I hate Tottenham. So therefore, I have to say, big up Spurs.
Listen, you can say that.
Hey guys,
good
question.
Yeah.
Good question. The final question of the day, guys. Don't forget to check out OK Jersey. Links in the description. The new World Cup shirts are out. Which kit do you want to see? The France kit. Look at the France kit.
France kit is nice, actually.
Yeah.
That's the France kit, right? England. I'm not a fan of the England kit. It's just very much like, what is
you're
that?
not gonna do? You're not gonna be one of those fans, are you? You're gonna be like, oh, man, I want England to lose, man.
I want Declan Rice to get the Ballon d'Or, bro. I don't mind.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, if England win, if England win the World Cup, I think Declan Rice will have a Ballon d'Or candidation.
Gal, you are a drunk human being. You are a drunk human being.
As a teetotal man, I have to wonder if somebody's spiking you or something.
What do you guys think about the German kit? What do you guys think about the German kit?
The goalpost, by the way, to Germany, as if he didn't say the wildest statement about Rice.
Moving swiftly on.
Okay, yo, you guys think Ballon d'Or is crazy?
Bro, I think Kane will take it. I think Kane will take it. Like, there's a hierarchy there still. Kane would be top of the hierarchy.
Bro, there's about... Listen, if we go into this...
let me look right now. Who's the best odds to win the Ballon d'Or right now?
There's literally Yamal, who's the best player.
1 second. Yo, what the hell is this?
There's Elise, Pedri.
Okay, so these are the odds. These are the odds on Kelshi. It says
what?
It's... Forget about it. None of us gamble anyways.
I tried to do an accumulator the other week.
Kylian Mbappe.
4 or 5 and I've lost all of it.
Kylian Mbappe, 33%. Yamal, 23%. What do you call it? Harry Kane, 22%. Bruno Fernandes, nothing. Declan Rice, 11.
You know what this proves, Gal? That football is in the pits of hell. It's in hell, bro. Yeah, if that's the list.
Haaland, 13.
That is a shock. I don't believe that. It's in the pits of hell. How Yamal's
in case they beat us to the Champions League and the league.
How Yamal's not number one yet is an absolute scandalous to society, bro. Yeah, it's an abomination. Yeah.
I don't think Yamal will win the Ballon d'Or this year. Unless, because the thing is,
don't forget, France could win the World Cup. That could heavily sway it for Mbappe.
The thing is, like, we've got precedent now with Messi winning the Ballon d'Or after the World Cup. So we know the hierarchy here is how you perform in the World Cup. Yeah, if your team wins the World Cup and you're the best player, that should trump Champions League.
So if Declan Rice is in an Arsenal team that wins the Champions League
I need to bleach my ears, man.
If Arsenal wins the Champions League or the league, and England win, I'm pretty sure Declan Rice will have a massive.
If Arsenal win the Champions League and England make semi-finals or finals, Declan Rice will be top 3.
If England win and Arsenal win, I think Declan Rice is number 1.
Yeah,
I think he could win the Ballon d'Or. Yeah. If England win the World Cup and Declan Rice win and Arsenal win the Champions League, Declan Rice could win the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah. If that happens, I will delete my YouTube channel and TikTok. How about
that? guys, there's something there. I seen something recently, and it broke it down. I wouldn't say Declan Rice is like the main protagonist, one of the main protagonists, but he's like, what do you call the second-rate stars?
Overrated.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
He's not like the headliner, but he's got a chance if the stars are lying kind of thing.
He's a support act. Is that what you're saying?
It's not antagonist. It starts with D. What is it?
And
no, because he's not a protagonist. don't know what.
One second. I'm trying to use big words that I don't even know too well.
Yeah, that's gonna be your downfall.
This word right here, guys. This word right here. What? How do you pronounce this?
What the hell?
It's on the screen. It's the second most important character in a story.
What the?
Okay.
Okay.
You know what? Credit to you, guy, because that is the word. I think that is actually. We'll have to double check the definition. Because you know what you're like with this. This could be I'm homosexual or something like that. Well, we just don't know. We need to just somebody verify it or something. Do you know what I mean?
Deuteronomus is the second most important character in the story after the protagonist. Often serves a close company and even rivals. So it's like, for example, Erling Haaland would have been the main protagonist. Then the Deuteronomus would have been Rodri. Rodri won a Ballon d'Or while he was playing at City and the Spanish team doing well. I could see the comparison to Declan Rice with a similar situation with Rodri.
Bro, I swear to God, dear, like I might need to spam 60 paracetamols after what I'm hearing. I'll be real, innit? Yeah.
Don't kill yourself.
Listen, bro.
Man said 60 paracetamols. I'm pretty sure that's lethal.
Yeah, it would. And yet, Ahmed is still contemplating after this nonsense.
What is this? What is this?
Ramduta.
At this point, you guys are taking the piss.
Bro, I beg you, go one day without going over the top, innit? Like, Bryce Ballon d'Or, bro. What are we?
Bro, I honestly don't think Bryce Ballon d'Or at this moment in time is a wild take. He's there. He's sitting at the table.
I swear to God, he's been watching. What's that guy called? Papa Pincus, whatever his name is. That fraud. He's another one. That Arsenal fan, innit?
Listen, I don't know why everyone's talking about that guy. Leave him alone. Anyway,
bro,
we're gonna wrap it up here.
Bro, that guy, mate. Listen, bun that guy.
Who is Papa Pincus?
Papa, bro, he's just an idiot, innit, bro?
Allow
That's
it.
all you need to.
Anyways, we'll go, guys. Have a good day. Peace.